myself, like Tim Pool. Earlier this morning, I said, I called this as soon as Biden was elected, but Gamergate-style politics is back. Luckily, there are awesome YouTube essays out there, and not everyone's doing the whole I'm a centrist, but lose my mind at the thought of 5 trans women competing in sports shit. Because that, in and of itself, the whole like, oh, dude, 5 women are competing in sports, like what the fuck, society's collapsing. That kind of take is just completely crafted. Okay? Completely and entirely crafted by Republicans as a wedge issue. And you are a sucker. You are 100% a sucker for getting caught up in that. You're a mark. You're a rube. You are a fool. You are an NPC. Okay? That's it. Now, this doesn't mean that there could be some kind of incredibly damaging things that occur to like women's sports or anything like that. There are plenty of problems with women's sports, right? Trans women competing with cis women is not one of them, though. But it's been made to feel like it's one of those things. It's the main thing. So I said, who would have thought that Dave Rubin and Tim Pool would be such an incredible inspiration for a whole new generation of right-wing content creators who happen to side with right-wing ideas while claiming to be the true progressives. And this is a phenomenon that you see all the time. Okay? All the fucking time. People think they're free thinkers and skeptics and then repeat what their grandpa is hearing from Fox News. Really brave takes all around. And of course, Tim Pool saw this. And he wanted to respond. He said, I'm not a progressive. Don't say I'm progressive. And say I'm moderate with the slightly left-leaning views on some policy. Our biggest audience faction identifies as libertarian. We rag on Fox News all the time. We see you as authoritarians. I said, Tim, you're literally doing the thing I'm making fun of right now. LARPing as though you're anything but a right-winger. If I were you, I'd worry about all these other guys gunning for your spot instead. Tim said, this is not a substantive argument. You're always welcome to come on the show and have a real discussion on the policy and the issues. Okay? So then, once he said that, I was like, okay, well, I've had a conversation with Tim Pool multiple times about this. Since the pandemic. He's been trying to get me to go on a show over and over again. And I always tell him, no, dog. I'm not going to fly out to wherever the fuck you live and take like multiple days off of streaming. We can do this over Zoom or Discord or like many, many other viable options of communication, alternatives of communication over the internet. Okay? So I said, oh, wait, hold on. Here it is. Let me find the full thread. Okay, so this is what was going on this morning. It's pretty funny. I'm not a progressive. I said, Tim, you're literally doing the thing. This is not a substantive argument. I said, a debate to prove that you're right-wing is probably the dumbest, least productive thing on the planet. This video from Timba on Toast does a great job if you want to break it down. We've watched this before. Okay? And of course, some people took this as like, oh, he's afraid of debating him. I'm like, no, I'm fine with debating him. I'm just not going to sit there and debate him on whether he's right-wing or not. Okay? I don't care about that. That's like not even a remotely important subject to cover. Okay? It's just not. It's so stupid. Who cares? Said, why is there an always excuse from leftists not to come on IRL? Even with Joe Rogan, the left is scared to have real conversations. I said, oh, no. I'm going to be honest. I wouldn't travel to wherever you're at, but I'm always down to Zoom, as I've told you many times. I would, however, definitely travel to go on Rogan. Straight up. It's the truth. It's true. If Joe Rogan was like, Hasan, I want you to come on. We're going to debate in the marketplace of ideas. I'd be like, okay, I'm there. Name the time and place. I'll pull up, pussy. Straight up. Then he said, bro, it's so shallow. I can make every offer for a real sit down, and the only response is some bullshit about how you can't or won't. Bosch came on twice, but you won't, and always have some lame excuse. Last time it was COVID. Well, what's your excuse now? Fear? Now, first of all, let's move past the fact that my mom was living with me and at the time, and I did not want to risk getting COVID and like giving her COVID. Okay? Let's move past that. Like, that's an unreasonable fear. Okay? But back then I told him, like, let's do a Zoom. Like, I'm down. Let's do a Zoom. He's done Zoom calls with Ben Shapiro. He's done Zoom calls with Sam Cedar, but he doesn't want to do them anymore. Okay? I said, my excuse is that Zoom and Discord exist, and I stream 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. If I'm going to take time away from that, it's going to be to have fun and not travel to wherever you are to spend time with you in person. I have friends in Austin, and I think Joe Rogan is still cool. Like, why? Why do you want me to fucking be up in your shit, dude? And if you're so desperate to have a be up in my shit type conversation, like, you can come to LA. I mean, I'm not inviting you to my house. Don't misunderstand me. We'll find like neutral territory or something far away from my home if you want to do a in-person debate or something, okay? But then he said, but last time you said it was COVID. I actually think your ideas can't stand up to scrutiny, so you need a shield, which is why you make excuses. Like, no, but I'm not. And that's the thing that is, like, really strange about this. This was one of the best replies. Debate me, bro. Come to my house and debate me, bro. Come on, bro. Please, bro. Come over. Take a shirt off and debate me, bro. Please, bro. So last time you said it was COVID, and I quote tweeted, I said, Tim, I'm fine with having a conversation with you. I am not fine with flying out to you and having it in person. Zoom is available since before the pandemic. You keep trying to be physically in my space. It's weird as hell. And it doesn't make sense. I guess this is new. In-person conversations are better, and the internet makes us hate each other. Better to meet in person, shake hands, talk it out, and carry on. I'm just not coming over to your place for it. If you want to pull up to Los Angeles, we can arrange a place to do so. Still kind of weird. Absolutely have to do it in person. The thing is, like I don't I don't mind. I've done plenty of in-person debates, okay? I'm just not coming over to your place. If you want to pull up to Los Angeles, we can arrange a place to do so. Here, there you go. I'll delete the last part. He wants to own the feed so he can edit it. Yeah, I know. He wants the pic of you two hugging so he can say he won or some shit. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Why do people act like you invented socialism? I don't fucking know. They're so stupid. No hats allowed nightclub rules. He only wants it in person because he knows you don't want to smell him. No, I mean, dude, I don't know how he smells. Yeah, we'll do it at the H3 studio. I think we could do it. Hasan doesn't have a place or equipment for a podcast like Tim does, co-parter. That's not even remotely true. What the fuck? Hold on. Anyway, some people were basically saying like, "Oh, dude, he needs chat. He needs chat." Like, these motherfuckers don't know. First of all, that's pure projection. These motherfuckers don't know that I'm literally better at debating when I don't have chat in my fucking ear yapping non-fucking stop. Famously so. All the fucking debates that I've conducted in person have been significantly better than the ones I've done in my studio, okay? Even though I hate debates. But it's so much better when I don't have a bitch in my ear yapping about fucking how bad Little Caesars pizza tastes, okay? And Little Caesars pizza in this argument is chat telling me, oh, you're doing this wrong. Yeah, debates are much easier when you don't have a little bitch chat in your ear telling you how you're doing everything wrong and backseating it. Debate lords are the worst people. Ignore them, lol. I mean, you guys forget that I have a. You ask him to video call right now so he can turn you down. No, I mean, I'm fine. I would debate him if he wants to come to LA. He's gonna make it convenient for me. That's fine. You wouldn't debate with Grimes, but you're willing to debate with Tim Pool, misogyny much. So that's the other thing. People were like posting fucking videos of like me and Grimes and be like, oh, you weren't weird enough for, you know, it wasn't weird for Grimes to come over. It's like, yeah, exactly, because she's cool and interesting. Whereas I don't feel that way about Tim Pool, like at all. Why is that so hard to understand? Like, what the fuck? And she came to my house. Why do you always give these guys time of day? Just have fun, lol? Well, it would be really fun if we did that. What is this?
I think I've crafted a strategy that creates a paradox that cannot be countered in any reasonable capacity. I'm sure there will be attempts, but the ultimate issue is this. I tweeted abolish the ATF. I tweeted abolish the IRS. Which one of those, if any, are my actual opinions? I also tweeted, there was a study saying that, Fauci said something like COVID lockdowns. Or they said something like, we don't know if there's ever going to be an end to the pandemic. And so then I said, okay, then release all the restrictions. There's actual opinions in there. Which one's the real one? Maybe you can come to one of my, podcasts and try and figure out how I really feel about things. Do I really want to abolish the ATF? I said abolishing the police is wrong. What's my real opinion? Go ahead and figure it out, journalists. You won't be able to, which means any tweet ever used by any publication from me will be them publishing complete bunk BS.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's... Dude, he fucking owned them, dude. Wow. That's awesome.
Because you will not be able to determine which one of my tweets is real.
That's right. I have no views on anything I've ever said. You can never own me. I mean, that's kind of like the basis. Innuendo Studios talks about this a lot, which is like at the basis of like why debate lords are impossible to defeat, because debating is all about like making the other side look emotionally exhausted and rhetorically overpowering them. And if you don't have genuinely held beliefs, then you can always switch around on your genuinely held beliefs, supposedly. In which case, when you do switch around, it's emotionally exhausting for the opponent that actually does have like principled principled opinions that are backed by their moral system. So that's how you always defeat everyone in the marketplace of ideas. That's how the fucking alt-right debates. Tell him your mom said you can't come because she doesn't know his mom. He can't press you then. Owned. This is just like the Tim Pool fence sitter video you watched. Yeah, I did. Timba on Toast. Someone said that Timba on Toast is not a fan of mine and he's more of like a debate lord, but I don't care. For the record, I don't give a shit. This is a great video, and he's made a lot of good videos as well. It doesn't matter. I respect good content creators no matter what, even if they don't personally like me or whatever the fuck. This is a great video. This is one of those great videos. Aren't you defining debating based on how it's perceived to be and not how it should be? There are plenty of instances where debate spaces can depend on the validity of arguments. Yeah, okay. That's not what happens, though. So. And also, once again, debate lords are impossible to shake because now they want me to fucking debate just the efficacy of debates. And that is just crazy. I don't want to do that, man. I don't. Conversations that revolve around an honest back and forth of differing opinions cannot happen between YouTubers who are doing pseudo-intellectual sparring for content. It just can't. It needs to be between two people that respect one another, two people that at least have like some kind of knowledge on the matter. And the unfortunate reality is that, all of your favorite intellectual daddies and mommies on the internet are not said people, or even if they are those people, they don't end up having that conversation with people who are honest and have integrity. That's not how it works. Like, even if you are the fucking main person, you might have a PhD on the subject matter that you're talking about, the person across from you, in most circumstances, is not going to be well-credentialed or honest. It's just for clout and basically reinforcing your team's ideas for Bloodsport and doing it in a way where you're just like rapid firing talking points and also finding out exactly who can rationalize actual logical fallacies as best as possible. That's where it comes from. Like, it's literally all of the YouTube debates. If I wanted to put on my fucking annoying, like, debate bro hat for a brief moment and analyze any kind of debate that you watch, that you hold up as, like, profound or really good. And a lot of YouTube essayists do this too.